Welcome to a DM show match between the FreakinBrothers, FreakinChris and FreakinAndy on the one side, with their combined scheduling power, and on the left side, Grandy Kelar is the Teal Hindustanis here in game one, a bit of an unusual Civ draft before, and the Aztecs on the right side for FreakinChris. I will slowly catch up to life on HyperRandom custom version. What is that in the middle? Maybe that can be docked, I'm not sure. But they started with a stable apparently, because I see Xolotl warriors on the field and I'm already loving this. What do you think, Mr. Zayu?
Yeah, that's great. Although the Xolotl warriors will not do much against the camels, I suppose. But still, it's fun to see them here without him converting any units. I mean, any stables. So the map is there's a little of rush going on, but not too much is happening, I would say.
FreakinChris lost 4 villagers during the rush, and now it's slowing down a bit. Yeah, lead us through the map gen here, Mr. Zayu.
Yeah, so the map's very interesting. It's kind of Arabia-like, I would say, but there is also like I don't know what that is. At first it looked like a hill, but it's maybe like some shallow water that passes through the map. Not sure. But there's a lot of stone and gold piles all over the place, especially stone. Not all of them have like full stone amount, but some of them have even more and some have less. But in general, there's a lot of stone piles. So I wouldn't mind to see a lot of castles on this map.
Looks like the middle ones have a bit more, and the ones in the bases are kind of a bit fake, only having 130. Wood amount is normal, gold amount is a little less. Looks like in the bases. But map control is looking good for Kelar at the start.
I think Kelar is very fine with his back gold there. Yeah. But okay, let's focus on the
castles being built over each other here in the south, and it looks like Kellar's villager is quicker, but he's building the Kelar outpost. So maybe actually Chris starts the castle first. Also, a lot of monks on the field front. Aztecs already getting a relic. No, Kelar gets the castle down first. Base being defended here. Villager count in favor of Kelar. And what's happening at the top? Another relic collection. I really like that Andy's going straight for the relics. But map control is looking better for his opponent.
It's Chris, right? It's not Andy.
Yeah? Didn't I?
You said Andy.
I just said Chris.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure
I said Andy before.
Chad? What did he say?
Maybe I said both. We've got SO and Bombard Cannon dodgeball in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, Kelar completely stopped his cavalry production. Okay, now he's adding some Hussar, presumably against the Onagers, which is probably a very good move on this open map.
But adding Hussar before farms, usually something Kelar hates. But yeah, he needs something mobile.
Yeah, maybe some Gulam would actually be nice here as well. Yeah, and also 7 relics on this map, from which Chris has already collected 2.
Only 2? What happened to the North relic he was bringing back?
I think he got that.
Oh, that was the second one, I guess. Yeah. And there's one in the middle that they are fighting over. Jaguar warriors now also joining the party. Some eagles in the mix. How many castles for Chris? Not too many, right? Jaguar production, I feel like could be a little bit higher. Right now not producing anything, but hand cannons are on the field as well, dealing with all the infantry. Is it a unique stable building for Mezzo? Yeah, where is it actually? Oh, there one here. You don't see that in regular games. An Aztec building with horses in. It looks a bit weird.
Could be a good thumbnail for the first game.
And some eagle raids by Chris, but it looks like middle has been won by Kelar. Question is, can the relic somehow be sneaked out of there? The third relic would surely help in the later game. Nice raid on the main gold, or like the back gold, which I guess isn't the main gold because it doesn't have as much gold. From Chris.
Also very nice control by Kelar here on the left-hand side. He has 4 castles, one of which is just being trapped down, but it at least controls the area for a while. And he has basically everything under his control with the castles. Oh, the bombard cannons.
Oh boy.
Oh, the cannon
Oh,
cannoniers.
the hand cannons! Oh my god, that was a terrible engagement for Kelar. Probably focusing on, I don't know, the forward castle, but Chris now secures the right side. Either you... I think you can dock this terrain, but no player has tried yet. Or you can't dock it and I'm wrong. But I don't know if docking is actually worth it. I mean, it doesn't really reach that much.
Yeah.
But it does look like Chris is coming back out of his shell here, getting a good amount of map control, can probably somehow take that castle out, and then we'll go back to half of the map and can get the third relic. Does he have a monk on the way? Aztec's 3 relics would be really useful. Monk is still chilling at home. That eagle raiding ensuing here against the Hindustanis, who doesn't have any hand cannonniers on the field anymore after they got wiped out by the SO. Targeting the huge gold mine over here. What the? 12k gold on these.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I mean,
That's what you've been talking about
gold,
earlier.
right?
Yeah, true.
12k would be insane.
Yeah, I meant 1.2k, but still.
Actually, Chris is pushing now, here in the middle. Kelar a bit low on food.
Yeah, good seat onager push there. Bombard cannons now being regrouped. 6 bombard cannons, and it's only SO now. No meat shield for the SO anymore as the eagles are dying out during the raiding. So, okay, they're engaging siege versus siege because their only armies here right now are bombard cannons versus SO. Kelar is the one retreating, not the one with the SO. But I guess bombard cannons also need a meat shield against SO even. They're being microed.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, Kelar built all the castles around the outside, but like none in the middle area. And now he also has this farming eco in the front, basically, which is now being attacked, and he's really short on farms here, and he's trying to expand desperately on the top side. I wonder why he didn't build any farms in the back. Was that just raided, or is that terrain that you can't build on?
I think the brown terrain you probably can't build on, and then he found it was too annoying or something. There's only these little spots of it, but looks like Chris is taking control. Massive advantage for him now in the villager count and army count as well. Kelar is struggling. I think losing all those bombard cannons to the SO shot and the hand cannonniers was quite detrimental and gave Chris a really good way back into this. Is there elevation actually? No, I think it's flat, right?
I think it's flat, yes. I mean, there is some kind of elevation, but not on this terrain. I mean, not specifically.
Yeah, I meant like in the middle.
No, there
don't
isn't.
see any elevation. Maybe in the corners. I think in the corners.
On the right hand side where Kelar has his outpost, there is the wood which is elevated a bit.
Yeah, I think these woods on the sides are elevated. Yeah.
But okay, Kelar is now on 64 farms.
Yeah, it's a
So
really good
he
job.
will have a lot of food.
Tour folks, DM hype indeed. And yeah, I think that's maybe still a discussion about HyperRandom. There's also HyperRandom Lite, which doesn't have the randomized res per tile. So definitely both are possible. Chose to go the kind of the full HyperRandom way with this one. 3 bombard cannons now, defending there a little bit. Hand cannons are back on the menu. I feel like this game is stabilizing. for both eco development, looking really nice for Kelar. 26 farms for the Aztecs. But yeah, Aztecs also less food dependent here, I would think so. Going more to gold makes sense. How many farms would you make with Aztecs?
Ooh. Let's see. It depends a bit on your unit choice. If you've got eagles, you don't need that many, obviously. So like 30, 40 would be fine. But in general, I think you should probably need a little more. So maybe like 45.
Right, yeah. Chris is still struggling a bit on food with the 30 he has. He is mainly going eagles. And what happened to the hand cannons again? Oh, maybe Cavatras would indeed be better. I saw someone in chat saying Cavatras. Or asking where's the Cavatras.
Well, they would be more mobile, but against eagles, I'm not so sure. They have 8 pierce armor, so they will not do anything against eagles.
Yeah, but looks like the hand cannons are getting onagered a lot, no? And the eagles don't do too
Well,
bad.
it's tough.
But yeah, I mean, I would also like going into the game would definitely think hand cannons are better, but they're underperforming from what I expected of them.
Yeah, I think pushing is really tough for Kelar against the SO. So probably just go for Hussar to snipe the siege forever in this game and drag it out really long.
Chris still didn't take the third relic.
Hussar.
It's like so important. The third relic is really in his area, and I feel like he absolutely needs that. Should probably even try to sneak the bottom one. He was like prioritizing relics at the start, which I think... Oh, there's another relic to the right side. He could get like 3 more here. And if Essex with 5 relics, they'd never run out of gold.
Yeah, he could even get 4 more if he gets the bottom one and gets that castle, which he's trying to do all the time. But I mean, the micro from Chris,
yeah, that's one of the 3.
Really...
Where's the one I'm missing? There's one in the middle. There's one on the right side corner, and then there's the bottom one we just talked about. Oh, I guess there's another one to the southern castle. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think
60 HP eagles are
cannon, bombard cannon is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you that the win condition, like, if there aren't that many relics on the map, the win condition is, like, just stall it out until the Aztecs don't have a unit anymore. Besides Pikemen, basically.
I mean, Kelar could have also gone for relics. He could have snagged the 2 on the right bottom side, plus the one in his base, plus the one in the middle potentially when he was pushing there.
Hey, he had
but at least
control
3.
there, yeah.
If he has 3 out of 7, it's still okay.
Like, one of the habits I lost the most when I wasn't playing much DM was going for relics.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit the same with them. But like in this Aztecs match, especially in this matchup where it's a Hussar Civ against Aztecs. And with more than 5 relics on the map, right? Expected more attention to them. And Chris started like really paying attention to them. But then he got map control, and maybe he's just assuming Kelar took all of them while the map control, so he's not thinking about it anymore. But he is doing some good side pushing here and there.
But I mean, it's not like you get anything except from gold from it. And he still has a lot of gold to mine, so it's not that important right now. Obviously, still a free boost, and over time it sums up, but not too big of a deal right now.
Gold banks are always good. 70 villagers on gold. Wow.
Yeah.
He's pushing into Kelar's base from the south. Both players exactly same population, 190 to 190. Eagle raids everywhere with the high gold supply on this map. He can still hold that up for quite a bit. But I think full eagles isn't possible even if he would have had those 5 relics that he could. On.
I like the castling forward also by both players. Chris is now taking control of the bottom portion of the map, which will give him access to like 10 more castles, like the stone everywhere there. And Kelar's trying to do the same on the top side, but is getting denied here.
6k stone there. Ooh, villagers indeed died. He had the traps ready to push further. But the eagles reacting really well there. Hand cannons died again. I feel like the hand cannons are always dying when I look away from them. Maybe I should help Kelar a bit and watch the hand cannons. It's only 2 on the field, nothing to watch now.
The eagles are so strong. They don't have the HP, but I mean they did so much damage. And you can see how well it's working here for Chris.
Yes, and he will take those 2 traps. Bombard cannons trying to run away. Hussar and those 2 hand cannoniers that I mentioned trying to scramble for the defense, but it isn't enough. And the bombard cannon, one of them goes down. I think all 3 will go down. 60 HP eagles aren't great, says AR12, but it looks like they're carrying the day. We could also call them 17 attack eagles though, which makes them sound a little bit better. And hand cannon's notorious for not having HP, right? So how many? It takes only 3 hits, right? They have 5 melee armor, so that's 12 damage. Okay, 4 hits from an Aztec eagle.
Yep.
And the trap push here
Yeah,
now
but
on
he's
the
just-
middle castle.
He's just spamming the units in and pushing from the top with traps now as well. And Kelar's in a bit of trouble here.
Now opting for the most defensive castle that isn't an Enso castle yet, because it's on stone and gold. But yeah, couldn't be further backwards. Seeing Mike D and Ovoin in the chat, I had to at least make some kind of Jon Snow reference here. So it's an inverted one. Hussar versus Guard Tower, but it's also versus 2 castles.
I like the guard towers in front of the castles.
They're guarding the castles. I mean, it is Aztec castles. It is the worst castles in the game. So clearly they have to be guarded.
Exactly, by the strong guard towers, which are not keeps.
Oh, Solara. Solara says in chat, listening to Zayu and Otter while unpacking boxes in my new apartment. Living the dream.
Hello, Solara.
Where's Legend?
And welcome to the
Solara.
new apartment, I guess.
Yeah, congrats
a-
to the new apartment.
There was a castle attempt by Chris, who again tried to castle forward, and it got one shot by a bombard cannon that was hiding, or that is stuck between the trees, the blacksmith and the sable. Yeah, exactly there.
Never free your stuck units. They will prove worthwhile. I sadly
But at the
missed
same
it, but
time-
like, I see the format cannon, it's enough.
Castle now going down for Kelar. He still has some stone, so he's building up a new one. And there's a lot of stone in the middle to fight for still.
Oh yeah, that's
now
a
the-
big pile there. 3k stone.
Now the champion switch, or kind of the try to switch to more champions from Kelar, which might be a good idea. But then the Jaguars are just there to clean them up. 20
Yeah.
attack Jaguars, man.
Jaguar Warriors OP! Clearly the best unique unit in the game.
Yeah.
To see a matchup, I mean, when in Civ Pick DM do we ever see Jaguar Warriors? And Xolotl Warriors.
Yeah, actually, Xolotl
Speaks
Warriors
for
would
the
be a really
draft.
good unit choice here. The problem is that he can only make it from one stable, so it
Yeah.
will take like 5 minutes to get like to a reasonable amount of them.
Do Hindustanis have heresy? Can you get more?
Good question.
I think they don't.
Let me check.
I think they suck
Yeah,
in
they
monk
have
balls because
everything except for... Yeah, they have.
they have it. Just no atonement.
Sorry, no,
that's
sorry. I didn't... Sorry. No, they don't. You were right.
Yeah, they also don't have atonement, I believe.
Yes, and now... Yeah, maybe Gulam would be better, as Solara pointed out.
But Gulam still dies to... I guess they can run away from the Jags, right? They would still die to Jaguars. And I guess
Yeah,
Aztec Eagles
maybe,
would also beat Gulams. Another castle lost by Chris.
maybe more for raiding. I'm not sure.
But then you still use Hussars and not a gold unit for raiding. No, I'm not really convinced by Gulams. I think they die to everything. I'm also not too convinced about the champions. He needs a meat shield in front of his hand cannons, and I guess champions are the best option he has. So I actually like the champs. Like, not going full champ, but like mixing Hussar champ a bit. Because the Hussars aren't too great against Aztec Eagles, I think. Lots of Aztec castles in the south by Chris, where he's taking a lot of resources there. Gold and stone, and there's even another stone pile in the back. So yeah, I think,
And
as I
now the
kind of
Eagles
already
are coming
suspected,
in.
I think we need to look at...
Oh, the head cannons!
reducing the
Watch
stone
him!
count more.
Otter! Otter! The head
Oh,
cannons!
I'm watching them. I'm trying my best to save them. All right.
You did it.
And they get into the castle. Otter OP.
Oh no! The castle got one shot again.
No, really? Yeah. Is that the same bombard cannon? No, it's
Oh, it
still
was
in
a
there.
trap.
It was a different bombard cannon. Oh, was
was
it
a
a
trap.
trap? Yes.
Yeah.
I just saw the castle going in.
Already 2 castles lost, but it's not too bad. There's still like 50k stone on the map left.
And he has
Seems
the
like it,
southern
like-
stone he hasn't even touched yet, right? He didn't get the
Yeah.
relics. Oh my god, this...
Yeah, I mean at this point it's certainly like 3 to 5k gold.
So weird because he paid so much attention to them
Yeah.
earlier. But alright, I shouldn't get angry about them. I should just watch the hand cannons.
Exactly.
RBC var. That's what they're saying to the meta.
But okay, I mean Kelar has somehow stabilized. I thought it was like looking really dire, but somehow he stabilized. He doesn't have the map control, but he still has gold. He still has a lot of food, so it's not looking too bad.
How green has still only 2 relics? Yeah, I know. Oh, he has 3! He has 3! He's thinking of it again. Great
Yeah,
catch,
right.
Enzo.
He got the one in the corner, and now he's getting the
Yeah.
one close to his base as well. Okay,
Oh, that's so good for him.
it's 4 then now. Sorry, yeah, 4 then.
Yeah, it's fun.
And yeah, he can still get the one. I mean, the
The
one on the
south,
very
right?
bottom he can get now. The other one is a bit more difficult, but maybe still.
Controlling it right now with 1 pikeman, but there's champions nearby. And he's losing all those castles. And Aztec castles, I have to say again, they're really, 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 really bad. Like,
Yeah,
I
and
don't
he's
know.
out of gold.
Every time I place a castle with Aztecs, I feel like it's already gone.
You know why he thought about the relics now? Because he's just out
Yeah.
of gold. He has
Yeah.
two gold miners. He wasted all his. I mean, not wasted, but he tried to finish the game on the Eagles. He
Like
didn't.
1500 gold there in the north where he's mining it. More stone. Yeah, he mined all the gold on Keller's side there as well. Yeah, could still mine stone and sell it, I guess. What is the stone price?
Yeah, to buy it's 103,
To sell, I mean.
125.
Okay, yeah, it's still alright. I feel like you should sell stone. I mean, Aztec castles are so useless that I have gold. But like, you normally never
suppose.
want to sell stone.
I mean, I suppose at this point in the game, protect your eco, and then it's fine. But there's still fight over like the bottom stone, for example.
He's making a monastery. Do you see the monastery that Chris is making?
Yes, I like that.
But Keller is placing a castle on the relic. It's a race! And I think the castle will win the race.
Most likely, yeah. Is he producing? No, he's not producing. Okay, so while you were gone, the Hand Cannonniers died.
No. No, I have to watch some other times. I'm controlling the camera. I'm sorry, Keller, but I have to watch the relics sometimes, you know? You're not doing it, so I have to
That's
do
fine.
it.
He still has 3.6k gold in the bank. Still got like 1k more to mine, so he's fine.
Yeah, I think like with running out of gold, Chris needed my help of looking away from the hand cannons. I think Kelar and me have a secret mind connection, right? When I watch his army, he's watching his army. When I watch this tree, it will all die. Yeah, it doesn't happen that swiftly, but I guess it's also not enough hand cannons to die yet.
Yeah, so but now the monk who was originally tasked to go downwards is actually aborting. He's heading straight for the middle. Not sure what he's going to do there, but
What happened to the other relic
yeah.
in the south?
Good question.
Kelar got it.
Chris has still
Kelar just
4.
has one in his monastery now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where his
Yeah.
monastery is, but he just added one on
No,
capture it.
well, no, but he took the relic that was next to this monastery, and then there's still one
Which
in the back of his
there's one
base.
monastery.
So there should be like second. Ah, he just delivered it. So yeah, so he has 2 now. And no, he hasn't. What? I'm confused.
Me too, but Kelar is pushing in the middle. And he has another mass of hand cannons. Should I watch it or not? I mean, I
Yeah,
should
go
watch it
ahead.
because we want to see the bada boom.
I mean,
but the problem is if I'm watching it, we're not going to see the bada boom.
I can fast forward a bit and tell you, and then you can watch.
Okay.
Okay, but on a
Ghulam's on
serious
the
note,
field now. There we go, Solara.
I think that this Hand Cannonnier Hussar Ghulam trap mashup will not be stopped by some Pikemen. So I don't really see how Chris is winning this.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
it has
probably
5
needed
relics
6,
now.
7 relics instead of... He has 5. Okay, I guess he got the bottom one then.
Yes.
That clears up our question. Chris actually took it. But being raided now, population is dropping below 200. And yeah, it's just Pike SO now. I guess if you can keep SO production, it's like actually an army, right? It's not a great army, but it's actually an army comp. Like SO.
Yeah, it's fine. Now
Don't
Kelar
think
with
it
the
should be
counter guard towers on the top.
in the middle as well.
I mean, the 10 pikes just destroyed 2 traps.
Pike's OP.
Almost 3 if they didn't get distracted.
I think for
sorry,
DM
I'm
I
a bit
should
ahead,
get
I
rid
think.
of the range indicators.
I mean, let's see. He has 5 relics with 33% increase. That's like, I don't know, like 7 relics? Almost.
Yeah, if Keller's out of gold, then it's maybe better again for the Aztecs with 5 relics.
Yeah. Should be.
As long Keller has hand cannoniers, it's better for him. So I think we're talking about the right topic of the hand cannons.
And now the hand getting charged at with the pikemen.
The extra attack is helping against everything that's not Cav, right? Against Cav it's not that important, but against everything else, really making them better.
Look at that! He's
Hitting
charging
quite
at them
some
and
HP
he's like
away.
killing him. Yeah, I mean, the problem with the hand cannons is they shoot so slowly and then they also target the same unit a lot of the time. So only like 1 or 2 pikemen die per shot. So the pikemen have a lot of time to come close and deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, I
And
think
that's why
like the Stani
somehow
hand
working.
cannons with their range are great if they have a meat shield, but they actually, like Spanish or Burgundian hand cannons or something like that, are way better if they don't have a meat shield.
And now all the traps are gone for Kelar. He has 1 new. It's a very slow siege here. He's going for the raids now. Okay.
Ayo, BlackRock.
Look at Kelar's stone count. If he just places 2 castles there now, this would be really difficult for Chris to defend.
And now also really nice ratings all in the north, of course. Mr. Wood Control is big.
You know, the
Might
Pikemen will
actually
still
somewhat go to wood.
mob up everything.
Why are these Aztec pikemen so
Where-
insane?
Well, where are the hand cannons? Wait, where are the hand cannons?
You missed it too? Didn't you
Where
like
are
go
they?
ahead of me without capture edge so we don't miss the death of the hand cannons? And that they were surrounded by the pikemen. I think it was on screen. Pikemen, man. What is this world where Aztec pikemen are killing everything? Kelar was supposed to win this game with this push with the hand cannons, but no, the pikemen just taking them out.
Oh, now he's raiding the eco though. Heavy losses here for Chris. Top side, bottom side, everywhere. All the sides. I mean, it tells me that he has 150 pop. Where I don't know where though. Must be 100 pikemen. Yeah, it is 80 pikemen.
It's 67 right now. Ah, hand cannons are back. Oh no, the admin will kill our show. I mean, Eddie didn't kind of not show, so Kelar could have already gotten the admin win and he didn't want it. Instead, he will Chris playing now. He really doesn't like admin wins.
That would be something. Like admin win in a show match and then go straight to the announcement. Oh. Look at those hand cannons now. 36 of them.
How is Andy's match doing, by the way? Like, how is it standing in the Andy Brother Vampire Wars game? Someone knows in chat? It still has, like, you can still afford SO with the relics.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's killing his own units. He's pulling an otter.
I mean, the good thing about the whole maintenance situation, right, guys, is that you all know you're gonna see the announcement at 23 GMT, 21 GMT, and we all know we're gonna see amazing DM content until then. So I don't think we can lose. And cannons on the retreat, because I'm watching them. They didn't die yet. But what can Kelar do when he runs out of gold? He has 3 relics now. Why not champions? Because Jaguars, I guess?
Just spam Hussar and raid him to death. I mean, I would have liked to see a big castle push, but instead of the big castle push, he's building like 3 castles now to the bottom side, and 1, 2, 3 are to the top side, so he's controlling all the wood. Okay. I guess it's a bit... I mean, he has a lot of hand cannons and traps, but he's probably feeling that this is not working. And he's rather going for the map control, the raids, and ultimately starving him out of wood.
Archery range is coming for Chris. At little skirmisher time, everybody. But
Actually,
or not.
makes some sense.
Kelar's denying them. Now the 5 castle sword. Oh yeah, the north. Mr. Wood Control is striking. I mean, that one castle that's already up is on a very tiny wood line, but I guess the other ones are each controlling a wood line. And one on the south on the wood line as well. Yeah. Kelar's absolutely going for the wood. And for the SO. And cannons are alive.
Yeah, I just barely.
Or even being healed.
That's a good move.
Like it. FreakinChris dropping pop a bit, 160 pikemen. No, only 52 pikemen. The rest is actually villagers. 6 eagles, 7 siege archers, and 2 trebuchets. And let's go converting the SO! S6 to have heresy though. But she killed an SO with the monk.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Sure.
So where's the wood axes now for Chris? He still has a little bit like in his base around these emptied out farms. But isn't really secure. In the bottom everything is gone. Or under a castle of Kelar. Right corner's empty. Yep. He's on a timer. Push back these casts. They are actually cast with 6,300. So Indocines have architecture. Aztecs have nothing.
And there's another castle being dropped at the top now.
Oh, on that wood line even. That I just mentioned, yeah. Where is wood choppers? Okay, I guess all at this wood line. It says he has 38 on wood. Bottom? It isn't 38 though. Oh, they're long ranging. I guess. Where are the wood choppers? I only see the 12 in the middle. That's long ranging the northern wood line.
Yeah, same on the bottom.
I'm on the bottom. X Factor! Great to see you.
Oh no, the
And
traps.
Heckler.
Will you go for it? You will go for it, the traps.
You will go for it. The OP pikemen strike again. And how they are striking.
Yeah. Poking the wooden...
They're being shot at by hand cannons and they killed 4 traps.
Yep. Bombard cannon also under attack.
Nice split.
Yeah. Both players just trying to go for the siege snipe. And all the siege is down except for 1 trap. It's gonna take a while.
I don't know, X Factor. I hope it's just you. Nobody else has been complaining. Kelar even now taking the wood forward to take it away from Chris.
Oh, the traps! No! Hand cannons just killed the traps when moving forward.
Yeah, I still feel like Chris is... I mean, he has control of the south back again. We can chop some wood.
Yeah, he killed all the castles.
Oh, hand cannons. North castle is being trapped. I feel like Kelar somehow should... I think he should try to travel his bombard cannons to save that north castle. Like where they're fighting right now, there isn't much wood to gain. Media stream seems fine.
Yeah, for me too. Although I'm not really watching. And here the pikemen charge again.
And cannons live.
Successfully this time. Yeah, I mean, Chris is out of wood basically. He has some archery ranges he can
Kelar also
build
took out the... Kelar also took out the trap in the north now. I think that was a really important kill. Which means he will keep control over those little 2 wood lines. That could have been lifelines for Chris. Chris will fully chop the one at the south now. Could technically still go for that one on the brown terrain. Only 1 Gulam guarding it, but there's Hussar running by it, so... Not without military. Fights in the middle still. Now there's... Oh! Getting killed by the bombard cannons.
Man, those pikemen, they are killing everything. Yeah, but he has the mass of hand cannons and traps, and I think this will actually not take as long as I thought. I think we might see a GG here soon in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Kelar is looking good now, but really exciting game. I think it had a lot of swings, right? Kelar had the better start. Chris came back after that. Was looking very nice for Chris. Then he ran out of gold. Then we thought the relics and the pikemen might be a chance. And then the wood control from Mr. Wood Control. So I like it. A lot of back and forth. Now he's trying to take that wood that I mentioned, but I think it was just the villagers pathing there automatically. And the Gulam is on the loot.
I mean, he hasn't resigned yet. He also killed the traps again, so there's still time. But he's completely out of
Under
wood
100
now.
pop.
Yeah.
No wood access and 96 pop.
There's a siege elephant coming. Actually, multiple siege elephants. Not sure if that's the correct choice, but maybe he just wants to push quickly on one side and raid on the other.
That's a sound alert. Something seems wrong with my alerts, but thank you for the prime sub, Blacksky.
Man, Otter.
Oh!
Oh, you look!
I was looking why it was on screen. I also saw it.
I didn't say anything on purpose. Just to see how well that works.
And he's doing nice splits now, though. And he has siege elephants. Seem to have a really weird bug where it's not displaying events for me. That's why I think also why the prime sub sound didn't play. So thank you so much for the 27-month Blacksky.
Chris is on 90 pop now.
Hand cannons are getting cleared by pikemen again.
It's not producing anything.
They're really just all dying being surrounded by pikemen. This is looking so ridiculous. Who wants to take the undefended houses quickly? Maybe paid them for style reasons or like to push quicker. And is Andy still playing his other match and Chris is dragging this out so Andy can play the next one?
Maybe he wants to drag it out until the maintenance, so it's officially 0-0.
Well, 50 minutes? I don't know. I think you might get defeated at that time. Oh yeah, it's 3-3. Andy is still playing.
I think our predictions were very wrong. It's either gonna end 1-1 or 2-0.
I mean, games can go
fact.
quick, I think, on these maps. They can be very close generations. And here comes the whole migration to the wood. 42 villagers going for a wood line. Oh, he's even doing a lumber camp.
They only have 50 wood though, so it's not that
Oh,
much.
it's reeds. Andy wants to play till he has 30 pop? Yeah, probably, because I think they just started the Empire Wars game in game 7 there. So I think he has 30 pop right now.
Oh, and now
But
the
Chris
traps are
has
tripping the
100.
monasteries. One's already down.
Forward monastery. Relic hunt is on, but there was only 2 relics in there. One. I guess like he had 5, right? I was just thinking of it as 8, just they count as 8. Yeah, Chris is defending his wood access. 37 villagers on the reeds.
Which are almost gone. And now the hand cannonniers are getting back up.
There is the GG. 1 to Kelar, 0 to the FreakinBrothers in this play all as many until the maintenance comes. And Kelar taking the lead.
To be fair, I think this late in the game, Kev Archers could have been used stronger. They don't have the range, but they have more HP and they have more mobility. So they can easily snipe down all the pikemen all the time and don't die.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And congrats to someone. I bet bets look kind of 50-50. We also had a lot of points in the bets, which is making me really happy. And a lot of people out here. So glad that you are excited to see some more deathmatch, everybody. And we will see more because we are gonna go to game number 2. The lead for Mr. Kelar with, of course, the wood control. Oh. And I'm gonna give you the next code. And I will ask you for your save predictions for game 2. And I will be back in 20 seconds.
Well, Civ predictions are really tricky when each map is just the same random map. So you kind of have to get some mind games to get a decent matchup, but you don't even know what is a good matchup on the corresponding maps. Considering there's not much time left till the maintenance, I suspect to see some strong stuffs now, which would probably be Ethiopians or Dravidians, I don't even know. And on the other side, yeah, probably Spanish or Myagia. So let's go with Dravidians against Spanish, as this was their first picks.
Yo, I am back. We have a game?
Yo. Did you hear what I predicted?
I hear everything as always. You didn't really predict the Civ for Chris, right?
No, I said Khmer.
You said Khmer? Magias versus Khmer, how would that go? But let's see what it is
No,
first.
Spanish against Khmer.
Ah, that's what they're going for. Right. I was just thinking about that. Spanish against Khmer?
No, I was kidding. I said Spanish against Dravidians. But at least I got 50% right.
It isn't too shabby. And now excitement for the map again.
I already see it. And it's interesting.
Ooh, rivers.
And
That's
unfair.
great for Spanish.
But
They
go ahead.
both have a hill thingy in the market. They both have a market in the back corner. Oh, that's so good for Spanish. If they see that. Land bridge into the middle of the forward. A lot of forward resource for Kelar. Has back goal too, but back stone only for Chris. A lot of free land on the right. So I guess more real estate for Chris. But overall a map trend that favors Spanish, I feel.
I mean, what I can say is that there's a lot of gold nearby, although, I mean, the main gold is like 12 tiles or something, but there's not that much gold on them, so pretty average. But then there's the side golds, which have a lot of gold. And then there's the market. But if you have a look at the market position, it's really, like for Chris, this is really bad, because the land transition to this market is on the very left, where his base is, and then he can't make a very long trade route that does not have, I mean, it has to go around corner basically. And for Kelar, it's just a straight line. He can just build the market in the left corner and then straight.
Ah, yeah, I see that. See what you mean. Yeah, the bridges are just towards the bases.
Oh, and the castle snipe.
Castle snipe? Where?
Oh wait, I'm a bit ahead. You can see it in a minute. I'm pausing.
Well, Keller is going for the water, and I think that is the big play here. Keller is going for Spanish water with Cannon Galleons on that middle river there. And that's something really tough to stop for Khmer, who don't even get bomber towers. Sneak right. Sneak left, sorry, right. Yeah. Keller is indeed, as always, making these nice side castles. That's one of his main strategies, like also at the rush. And here he's taking control over the landmass for Chris. And yeah, that castle was sniped by a cannon galleon, I suppose. I missed it, of course.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But at least I know
But
which
now,
castle is sniped now.
he cancelled the next one.
Oh, interesting, 11 ships. He didn't know, but he sees that there's a river, right? You really need to play quicker for that river, I guess. Hey, yo, Alkhalim.
Isn't it like technically a lake? Because it ends on the end of the map, the edge of the map.
Then it's always a lake in Age of Empires 2.
Yes, it is.
So it's a river, because it doesn't end, because obviously there's a map outside the map.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that.
How will other player push here? Wendy Keller, not with paladins, with that many herbs around. But he's
guess with
raiding.
30 as onagers. Not SO, but onagers.
I mean, he could also, yeah. Yeah, I guess champ onager probably, right? For Chris against Flemish Cannon Galleons, tough.
Okay.
Oh, Keller instantly lost another castle though to those bombard cannons. This time I saw it.
I think it was Chris's castle. Keller's castle, sorry.
Yeah, it was Keller's castle, yeah.
But did he lose it or did he just delete it?
Yeah, that I'm not sure.
Oh man. 22 onagers. 21. Number is dropping. Down to 20.
And trebuchets countering siege. Missed though. Trebuchets aren't countering paladins either. Oh, bets are about to close. Didn't say that they were open, but they're about to close. And some points in it now. Another forward castle. That almost was insta-killed by the two castles. Hey yo, how does someone end up with Khmer? By picking them in a draft that doesn't give you that many options. And Spanish was actually available. We will show that later.
I guess Trevinus would have been better here. But still with the water. I think this is just too good of a map for Spanish.
I also think, like, for this map and how important that water was and crossing that water was, that really don't like the barrack start.
He just
That's way
wasted all
too
his onagers
slow.
trying to kill the traps, and it didn't work.
And yeah, Chris is a bit pushing back. I mean, it's at least a no SO Civ for Khmer. And we do have Ballista Elephants on the field as well. Cannon Galleons, though, I think are getting bonus damage against them. Stables from the right.
They do.
Just reinforcing the battle lines. And that's also a hill now that Keller is on. I feel like if Chris controls that hill above the water and then wants a big push, but it's really tough with the Civ matchup. Spanish are, I think, really good on these maps. Because they're good on land and they're great on water. So using Spanish, like the highest rated pick there. Trade now starting. Over here, Kelar, it's not trading yet, even though he has the Spanish bonus.
I mean, he's trading short for 15 gold and it's even getting raided, and he can't even, like, even if he makes the longest trade route possible to the left, then there's water, so it still can be attacked. And for Kelar, it's just like, if you would start trade, it's completely free. It can be protected so well.
Yeah, the fact also that Kelar has a sneak on the right, making it impossible to even use that bit iffy trade route around this water. Sonnet shots on the Scorpions.
Chris has somehow stabilized now.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Ballista Elephants for Spanish a bit. Should he use Rams instead of Onagers?
Probably
but
not.
But Onagers are even better
just...
against them now, right? That's what we learned about the changes for Khmer. Still, they seem to do kind of okay.
He just wasted a lot of them, and now it's a bit difficult to deal with them without the mass, but I think he will get there again. Chris is very low on food. He has no villager on food actually, and gold is also at 0. I mean, it's not that great for Kelar either. He only has 2,000 resources and what.
That hill in the back of his base could be used as Khmer farm space really easily. Very protected.
Oh yes, that's very true. If you can build there. But you should. Like, you can build farms on the hill.
Yeah, you can build farms on the hill always. Wouldn't think that's unbuildable terrain. Towers now coming up for Kelar, keeping the traps busy. Don't mind that. Towers are very annoying for someone that has traps. Traps miss them so often. Concretes now. He's a bit RM, the 2 concrete here. Isn't that quicksand in the corner? Yeah, we have like the campaign editor here with us, so Alkhalim says you can't build on it.
Okay. Well,
if I understand that correctly.
Yeah, I think some fish boom is very valid here. You even have a lot of fish there in the first place, and then after that, fish boom. I mean, Chris is getting completely zoned out by these ships.
Spanish are just like super brutal. I feel like they should be sniped. Snipe Sicilians there. I really think Kelar had a way better draft. I feel like getting Magias and Spanish there. Oh boy, Onagers are better against Ballista Elephants now. Did you see that? It was a complete slaughter.
Yep.
So much HP down the drain. Now Onager with Onager fight. That was terrible for Chris. Chris population at 50 now.
Yeah, I mean, he's also getting raided everywhere, and the base is really small. One question, there's a lot of hills on the top, but there's no hills on the bottom. What's up with that?
If you can't build on it, then it doesn't really make any difference, right?
Or if you get raided there, it might make a difference.
Oh, yeah. The GG is cold, and Kelar takes the 2-0. And yeah, I mean, I think also the last map, like, that's something that we were thinking about, limiting the stone amount. Zetnus, it's very short notice for this show match, so not everything that we were thinking about the maps has been implemented yet. Like, for example, limiting stone amount last game. I don't know if there's a way to make like trade routes even if there's markets. And the heal thing, I think, is a standard RMS problem oftentimes that... and not that here, probably. But I don't think it matters at all if there's like the north regions are hilly or not. Yeah, but it's more of a Civ plus map situation where Spanish are just way better. I don't know, I'd probably even favor Spanish on a normal map. Or like on a pure land map.
Yeah.
A lot of res
Possibly.
more there. And also I think the rec start was an issue. Map control mattered a lot here, and Chris opted for a very slow approach. I don't know if we are capable for a fast enough approach though. So Spanish victory over the Khmer, as well as a Hindustani long-fought victory over the Aztecs.
Okay. But then now we're gonna see Dravidians against Magyars.
Also something I would like Magyars in. I just don't like crucifix.
Yeah, I mean, me neither, but... Game is already up.
Go in. You can Chinese versus Dravidians. That isn't too bad for Dravidians if they can survive the start. And if it isn't a full-on water map.
Well,
Dravidians are also kind of decent.
yes, but against high HP demos?
Well, this is a map that I don't think is a pure water map, but water certainly plays a role. And we once again have a neutral market in the middle this time, so equal distances to both. Even a market already up for Kelar, which probably isn't for trading on this one. I don't think the middle market will see too much usage. But if you get a lot of map control in the late game, you can trade with it. So I think it's actually an interesting feature, and Chris is trading with it! While Kelar is once again the first to go to docks. Dravidians are a bit slower. They have siege onagers, which should make them great against Chinese.
Trading red through the camels. Wonder how that's gonna go.
Well, Kelar is trading as well. Who got the market prices though, actually? It was Kelar. Kelar got the market. And grading with camels against a full Cavalier start. Why isn't Kelar making Cavalier? Oh, I just saw AR said the same. Bets are up for game number 3 in this Freakin versus Kelar show match. And Kelar's raid should do that much, I feel. He killed like 2 villagers with that. But yeah. Camels, not really the way against elves.
Didn't he kill like 5? I don't know. He's 4 villagers up. Oh, or is it the
now
trade
it's 5.
cards? No.
Now it's 5. I'm just still not live yet.
No, I'm not live. I mean, he's at 8 villagers.
I'm slowly going to live now, because I think this is stabilizing. Kelar will have the water and the map control. Making a lot of buildings at the north. And Chris has to go for that one death ball push here. Which I think against Chinese you should have that. With Dravidians. Because what do Chinese do against Elephant Archer SO?
Yeah, not much.
I'm like going live on 4x speed.
Okay. Do you think he should just go to the top? Probably, right?
What? Or just bada boom all the demos in one shot. And then he can go through the middle. Elephant archers are also surprisingly good versus ships. If you're like able to stand on land, not get demoed. Which is what he's doing right now. Maybe they're further ahead. How are they so far ahead of us?
I don't know. I think we might have had a little bit of a longer delay in the last game. Or maybe even the first game.
Kelar can just camp water and win with trade. True, the water is like defending the trade route.
That's true. But still, it's not like a perfect trade, just going to the middle.
Yeah, it's like half map trade, right? He has a really nice market in the back there. How much gold is there? The gold piles have 700. A decent amount. Kelar once again with the sneak base to the south, just like in the last game. It's really nice for him, because that's like keeping Chris' attention there, while Chris actually wants to push the north rather, right? Chris still has so much resource in the bank, and not enough SO on the field. I feel like he needs more workshops. Where's workshops? Only 4.
I mean, Chris is taking care of the castle in the on the bottom side of the map, so he'll clear that up first, and then he'll probably move to the top and yeah, push there. But he has to stay away from the ships somehow. Or just kill them with the onagers, I suppose.
I guess he just wants to fight them. I mean, I'm not sure from what I'm seeing from Chris. It feels like he's a bit unsure whether he wants to go over the land on the north or actually push like the water with the market.
Yeah.
But at least I'm not sure what he's thinking here. Castle denied for now. No, still being built and goes up. Means onagers should die. And I mean, I feel like Chris needs to keep an elephant archer mass alive. Then just wait for Kelar to run low. Kelar has trade. Guess you need to take the annoying route on the north, maybe.
It's just 32 gold though. Per trip.
Oh, these demos are getting bada-boomed. Normally demos are the ones bada-booming. But the siege just took out all the demos. And that means Chris can even push the water now.
Yeah, this is looking great for Chris.
It's actually a really interesting catch-up, because Kelar has all the control at the start, the faster Chinese, and gets something really interesting for it with the trade. And Chris has the late game matchup here, right? And like, I feel like Kelar raiding with camels. Yeah, now he's making Cavalier. I noticed. Reminded me a bit of True versus Andy in last World Cup. Traps now going forward. Andy has a nice push, but it's somewhat hard to keep a push up that has to go like around everything. So let's see if you can manage that. I think that's Keller's chance.
And now you definitely said Andy.
Well, I was talking about Andy against True in last World Cup, no?
Ah, okay. But how is it Keller's chance against Andy's push? That's a bit weird.
Chris is styling his push after the pushes that his brother likes to do.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, the trap about?
You saved that.
Kelar calls it. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Kelar can just camp the water and win. Ayo, AR. FreakinChris takes a point in this show match. With the Dravidians, with surviving the start, and Kelar, even though he had trade and still had trade, Chris with the deadly Dravidian push and his first pick and his map draft do feel a little bit better now. And Kelar didn't want to invest Magias here yet. loses the Chinese skin.
It's gonna be fine for him though. First pick against 5th pick. He will take that. Byzantines are also quite strong in general. I feel like we're gonna see Byzantines against Poles now.
And you know what we're also gonna see? FreakinAndy! Now for real.
Nice. So now they switch it up.
Big sorry guys, should I play? It appeared in the Showmatch chat. Now the freaking boys are bringing their other guns. But, I mean, Chris didn't let his brother down, at least not in the last one. But 2-1 lead for Monsieur Kelar. He's asking which Swiss he has. There's a new match ID. I think he's gonna be a bit disappointed.
So it's 2-1 right now, right?
It is
Yes.
2-1 to Kelar. And this
So
is probably
both
gonna
of our
be the
predictions
last game
are
of a
still
play
live.
all 4. But let's see. Maybe it's quick. And Megas versus Burgundians is the next matchup. Oops, that's the wrong overlay. That is the right one. And we will see FreakinAndy now. And sorry if you guys are following and stuff. Thanks for everybody who followed like preemptively, but for some reason I can't see events today. Which is like pretty bad for this stream, but don't think there's anything I can do. Somehow Streamlabs isn't picking up events. Did a mod do something weird? Or did my Streamlabs be doing weird? Did I click activate save mode? No, I disable save mode? No, now I disabled it. Ah, shit. No. Oh, God. Can someone deactivate that? No, you can still... Oh no, you can post. Okay, Enzo
Oh, it's an
deactivated
emote
it.
only mode.
Well, it's deactivated. You can type again. I was just trying to click buttons above my missing event feed here. No.
All right, game's loading.
Alright, bets are up as well. And we are on another map with flaming camels towards Stardust. Let's go.
Let's see the flaming camels in action.
Send forth the flaming camels. A lot of Komodo dragons attacking a
Well.
paladin. Well, we got a gimmicky game for her. But I think the paladins will eventually take them out. We've got two armies of Komodo dragons fighting each other in the middle. And oh god, they're gonna rush Chris's base. Andy's base. Why is it still saying Chris here? Wait. Guess the opponent was the same. But yeah, it's a Wolf Rush. DM Wolf Rush. Or like Komodo Rush. Oh, it almost got a kill on Andy's villager. Oh, that villager can't be killed by the Komodo Dragon. I don't think the Gaia got a kill. Did Gaia get a kill? No, just Andy got 2 kills on Kelar, who is starting with the Magyars, is going for docks. Not really something that Magyars are too great with, but I actually have no clue how Magyar vs Burgundian Navy goes. And that's something we are only finding out on HyperRandom. Because normally I think if there's pure land maps in the pool, people would probably pick these maps on pure land maps. And there is quite some land. There is a land bridge in the north and the south and some shallows. And in the middle, 2 hills kind of for each of the player with some gold and stone respectively.
Did you set up any rules, like no walling or stuff like this?
For the Showmatch, no.
Because I think it would be very easy to just... Oh, actually there's shallows around, so you can't really wall that, right?
Yeah. I mean, the north you can't wall, the south you could wall, I think.
There's a tower on the bottom. Also on the top. Did you see those?
Yeah, there's these lighthouses. Yeah, I've seen them before in free-for-all, when we played free-for-all on this.
They have 1,000 armor.
They don't attack. And they change player. I've seen lighthouses before in an Otter One free-for-all on this map.
So it's like an outpost that can change, like it's StarCraft.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
Yo, Genji. Seems tricky for Burgundians to win Magyars here, he says, and Terz is making fun of him. Hi, Terz as well. And yeah, Burgundians vs Magyars. What do you think, Mr. Zayu?
Well, normally I agree, but on this map I'm not so sure. I mean, I guess if you get some water control, might be fine for Andy. If you also control the middle, because there is not really a path through the land to push that well. I mean, you can push through the top or bottom, I suppose, but it's really narrow. And through the middle, it will be tough. Like, there's also this strange woodline in front of Andy's base, so he couldn't really go to the middle. But Kelar just had free access to the middle. So this is really weird again in terms of map generation.
Stop saying weird and start saying amazing. As well as the really nice raid by FreakinAndy on Keller's main gold with the Kusi.
I'm sorry. It's just a little bit unfair for one of the players at times.
Yeah, but this map isn't unfair, I feel like, or at least not that much. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
completely
not,
fair,
no.
but like
It's
when we
just
started
this...
playing Age of Empires, it also like...
Yeah, I mean, of course. It's just this really weird woodline, so sorry for saying weird again. Yeah. Okay, let's focus on the game
Have
though.
you seen standard runestones with the woodlands blocking everything off?
No, I've never played that map. So Andy is building up his army slowly, on water that is, and trying to get some water control, but Keller's not really letting him. He's just using his small demos, which are not really doing much.
And he's making a great... Terz is making a great point. No, Ganji is making a great point in chat. Burgundian Cannon Galleons. They have elite Cannon Galleons that have more attack. So can take out structures in the middle here really easily. Kelar took out one of the castles. But in the end, navy advantage for Burgundians could be a thing with the Cannon Galleon.
Yeah, exactly. And he defended the middle kind of well. Maybe now that wood is actually to his advantage in a way, because there is no straight easy access for Kelar into his base. And now that he has this huge amount of galleons, he can probably just push with that and the cannon galleons, which he also has ready.
Magyars, I would assume not getting Elite Cannon Galleon.
No, they don't.
But I like their land army more, and land army still is playing a role here, and I feel like these hills also quite nice for cover, just like when they're not getting bombarded. 11 cannon gales, 17 in queue, with 22 cannon gales on the field. Well, I mean, Ganji and Andy playing a lot together. I actually don't know how game 7 ended in the other tournament that they both of them played. But they think alike as it comes to Burgundian Cannon Galleons. And it looks like their thinking is quite correct. Another castle falling there. That castle on the right can also be reached. Kinda everything can be reached. But the inside water and the outside water are disconnected, right? So if you dock on the outside and have cannon galleons, they could actually also take out everything from the back.
Yes.
Without having docks on it. It's making this really interesting.
And now he's losing a lot of cannon galleons though, I feel. It's actually not the... Actually, Kelar doesn't have the numbers here. If he had a little bit more galleons, I think he would have been fine there.
Wasn't enough demos to do anything. Galleon numbers overall 17 to 11. So also in favor of Andy. Kelar has more in the queue. And Kelar is pushing on land. Only one trebuchet working away on that though. Does have the gold in the middle secured with a castle. It's like the trade-off here, right? Wood for the
There's
one,
so
gold.
many cannon galleons, but like he doesn't have the army to fight on the water. He needs more galleons.
Yeah, Kelar is building up galleon numbers. That's really nice.
Okay, he did snipe that castle on the top, which is nice.
And here come the demo shots. Okay, he's trying to go for the cannon galleons. Now settles for the galleons, but I think rather for a mistake. I actually think taking out the galleons might be worth it more, right? Because then the galleons can take out the cannon galleons. Whoa, what? How did he get that castle up for Kelar? That means he's gonna take over all the middle on land. And he getting to mine the northern. Really close game there. And really interesting. I really like this one. Evlid! We were just talking about that. My alerts are completely not working for once. I'm always making fun of you for your alerts not working. But I don't even get events shown, so thanks for all the follows in advance as well. I will read them at one point in the future, I think. And thank you so much for the raid. 50 people coming in from the Brotherhood of Empire Wars that Andy just won, and now he is playing this show match. The start of the show match was played by his brother, FreakinChris, as it is Freaking versus Kelar. And we do have an announcement coming up after this show match, probably after this game, because then there will be maintenance. But we're in a close and really interesting DM game on HyperRandom. This is how the map looks. We do have a water and a land fight in parallel, which I love to play, and it's really interesting to cast as well. A massive cannon galleon army by Andy. 23 cannon galleons. And now also getting his galleon numbers back. But Kelar still has the land. Who do you think is ahead here?
So a couple of minutes ago I would have said Andy is ahead, but now since Kelar has that hill, which should be really hard for Andy to contest, unless he gets control of the water, it's looking very great for Kelar. And Kelar does have the galleon numbers, and as I said, there is no galleon numbers for Andy. Andy has his 20, I don't know, 20 some elite cannon galleons, but they don't do too well again in the ship versus ship fight. So I do favor Kelar at this point.
If Kelar isn't microing, they're actually helping in the ship versus ship fight. Now yeah, Kelar lost all his numbers. Airwatcher's now trying to fight the cannon galleons. And I think the same rule applies. Yeah, Kelar's army needs micro.
Nice. Yeah, the cannon galleons are really doing a lot then if he doesn't like micro them.
But that demo mask could decide the game if he gets all the cannon galleons. Gets them! Really nice shots! Oh, there the cannon galleons are gone. That was all the cannon galleons.
Holy crap.
That's a huge turning point for the game. Now Kelar has the forward castles. Now they can't be Cannon Galleon down anymore. Resource count both still with decent income on the gold side. More demos coming in. Kelar is the demo master, and I feel like he's bringing this back just with demos. Not even heavy demo for the Magyars. But the castle is not being repaired, so we'll probably still lose the castle just to traditional trebuchets over here. The game is getting heated, quite literally. So are Andy's ships.
Oh, the trips just died, so we got that castle with the repairs.
And all the fleet dies again. Kelar demo masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah, I think now it's really harsh for Andy. He's also getting raided by Hungarian Hussar in the back. Magyar Hussar, I mean. Some raids though for Andy as well. But I don't think it will be enough to do anything here. And there are more demos coming in.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting with the two land bridges, right? Also enabling raids while there's the water and land fight in the middle. So this is a generation I actually really love, actually. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for the raid again. And I'm glad you had a great set in Brother of the Vampire Wars, even though we had to improvise a bit, but it worked. We just had the FreakinBrothers show match. Another castle insta being killed while I'm saying that. I watched it even.
That's
Cannonniers again.
That's a new thing.
Where are the hand cannons? Actually, no Burgundian hand cannons in this game, right? But I guess against Scavengers it doesn't make too much sense.
Yeah, and against the water, not that great.
Kelar is leading 2-1, and I think might win the show match 3-1 here. We have to say that it wasn't FreakinAndy playing the other matches, but FreakinChris. Who also played really well in the other, like, I think all the games were really close. Kind of besides game 2, which was a bit of a Civ win. Or a Civ map win combined, but I think it's a Civ win anyways. And Kelar now with good control, taking out the dogs. Scavengers diving a bit deep, maybe.
Yeah,
under the castle.
Quite a lot of them. Has to fix his eco, I think. Did take quite some damage there. A bit low on villager number.
Yeah. I guess mainly going for Scavengers. But yeah, Andy's doing nice raids here on this middle. I feel like that's a place where he could have placed the TC. Instead opting for another castle. Wow, we got the freaking boys. We did.
I would have liked to see some 30 villager migration by Kelar to the middle. Just to get on that gold, get on that wood in the front, and have a very safe eco there. Which he's now doing somehow, a little bit.
Poor Huggie, but Kelar with nice control, even with the normal cannon galleon. Even has ships on the outside, or did that like bug through there? No, he has docks on the outside in the back. Demos in defense, and I think Kelar was thinking about what I said, right? The cannon galleon push from behind that Andy could have done. Kelar was ready for it. Look at the back dock with the demos. And he's using that for a little bit of outside control. But I think that's probably his all dock hotkey spamming galleys.
Yes. Now he has his own cannon galleons. Just normal ones, but still.
Another castle going down. I guess there was also another failed castle, judging from what chat is saying. Hi, Remy.
Yes.
And he overboomed this game? A little bit, yeah. Nobody went for fish. I guess it's too troubling to have docks on both pawns to go for a fish boom.
The fish would just die to the monkeys in the in the corners.
Monkeys? There's monkeys in the corners?
Yes.
I only see lighthouses. Oh, to the south. Yeah, I don't think these guys are actually attacking. I think they're like herdables.
Probably.
Can you push the button still into him? Oh. I don't think he has the rest for it. I think the button is too expensive now to be sensibly pushed into him. But yeah, it's one head, 57 villagers. He's making 5. He wants to push the button.
Looks like it.
He wants to push the button. Oh my god, that's the best ending for the show match. Revolution wasn't the thing forever. And now we're gonna see it in the DM show match. I love it. It's more of a panic button now, right? And that's the situation for it.
It's at 2k food. Is he really going for that?
He has 50 on food.
He's queuing up. He's queuing up units again. I don't think he is. I think he just overboomed.
Ending, Andy will win with the button. I think it's probably still ending then because of the maintenance. It will just be 2-2.
I mean, he has the rest now. He can do it now. And he should, looking at his space.
Yeah, he doesn't have map control. If he gets the revolution, maybe like the middle back. But he doesn't have the siege. No, actually he has the siege, right? He has 10 Cannon Galleons. He has the siege that you need for it.
Let's go.
And they should have bonus damage against ships too.
There's just one demo. Like, okay, there are a couple of demos for Kelar in the middle. But if he just runs through his base and clears like everything, I mean...
I agree with Enzo here. Like, I think he should wait. Oh no, there he's not waiting! The revolution, the button has been pressed in deathmatch once again since a while, and he's laughing himself. I think like there should be Kelar laughing, but here comes the revolution.
He's already taken one cast on the bottom, and he's going now with his ships through the bottom.
190 army. Yeah, it's only a Hans thing in DM. No. He's ignoring the middle. He's going for the base.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, some units are walking back now to defend, but most of them are just going forward.
It's taking out the ships there a bit.
Demos again.
But it's only 2. Oh, 2 very good demos though. Yeah, the Cannon Galleons are so important now because they're the only thing that can really kill structures. And I feel like I should switch to army view to see where all the revolution is. All the revolution is going south, but it's not that much revolution anymore. 100 left. Units being demoed at the top side. Keller's still sieging there. And now the big move in the south. Vive la révolution! I guess you wrote it in Spanish, but clearly a Burgundian revolution, yeah?
It's so difficult to control 200 units at the same time. They're all like stuck and not moving.
I always spam just all idle military hotkey when I have a hand push, I guess. Because I seldomly have a Burgundian revolution or a Flemish Revolution. Oh, demo! Oh! Huh? Oh?
I see, saw it.
Weird otter noises.
I mean, decent value, I would say. He cleared
I thought you were gonna say
now.
decent otter noises.
Yeah, these otter noises, for sure. I mean, he cleared most of the push and he's just destroying Andy's whole base while he's at it, defending.
Yeah,
also raiding in the back with Cav
yeah.
archers. So Andy's not getting back up to proper population numbers here. He's at 30 villagers and 60 army. And I think this is although he's still pushing a little bit, is pretty much over, and I think he will call it very soon. Maybe after the demos.
I think we just declared it. Play all 5 to a best of 5, and then we actually finished in time with the maintenance. Oh, Cannon Galleons go down as well. Andy is 250 pop, but I mean, that was a really good game. I think that was really interesting, like the combined water land fights, the revolution. It really had everything I could wish for.
True, yeah.
Not the best map for Flemish Revolution. Yeah, it's really hard to push into walk here, right? Also, maybe he should have gone north, because the land bridge is bigger with the shallows. But I guess Keller's army was there, so he didn't want to.
He could have also just defended his base. But I think, I mean, yeah, not sure.
I like the idea of going south and going straight for the, like, make it a base trade somewhat. But I guess you don't want to do a base trade because you need your farms to repop I guess defending is like actually the meta play, but it's far less cool, and it is a show match, so I think I would have also totally gone to attack.
Yes. He had 53 pop, 40 villagers, is still trying. Somehow. I mean, now if Kelar sends down his ships from the outside to the bottom, or maybe even from the top, I suppose, he could even clear all the new castles that are built there.
Slight pop difference, yeah. 200 out of 200 for
Andy.
Kelar.
You want the
And
announcement?
You want the announcement? I think I'm actually gonna be back in 30 seconds, so I don't have to leave for the announcement.
Sure.
I think that's better without a break to the announcement, right, guys? Good. And good hands, yeah.
Yeah, 141 pop difference. Doesn't really matter, right? In a 1000 pop game, I guess. Not much to say at this point. Even now, Kelar is going for the raids. I mean, he's back to 67 pop now. But yeah. There's no res. Kelar has a lot of res here. And it seems like he's still trying. He's building like a lumber camp and stuff. And I suppose that's not a pause, but rather a maintenance.
Yeah, I think that's the maintenance.
Oh, so officially it's still 2-1, I suppose.
Nah. That's the maintenance throwing us out. End of game data, it says. Well, I'm gonna count that win for Kelar. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm counting that as a win for Kelar. I think with this map control and this pop advantage, we can safely call that. He GG'd directly before. Okay. Directly before the maintenance. Well, congratulations! Kelar wins over the FreakinBrothers.
Surely an admin win there.
Yeah, true. I mean,
Congratulations.
technically it is an admin win. Because we are awarding the win to Kelar. But then somehow technically everything is an admin win, right? And I know Kelar really doesn't like that meme because he's trying his best to avoid admin wins all the time. And
Yeah, no, I
then he
think
gets
this was
that
very well
meme.
played with
Yeah.
the ships and the push.
I really liked this game. Like the Cannon Galleon approach was nice, and in Kelar the combined demos and those huge demo shots. I mean, it's always the best game of demo shots decide a game, really. Kelar Seasons 4 Titans League winner. Good topic. Talking about tournaments. So thanks a lot for co-casting with me, Mr. Zayu.
You're very welcome.
Game
Thanks for
crashed,
having
game
me.
not over. You got GG, easy win. Okay, that's shocking. Thanks a lot. Always so great to cast with you, Zayu, and hope we'll do more in the future.
Sure. Good luck with the announcement. My god, I can't even talk anymore.
Thank you.